Hello crafty friends, how's everybody doing on this beautiful launch party day? It is the launch party for the Western Farmhouse collection from Essential Stencil, and I'm honored to be one of the guest creators here today. We will get started right away, and then at the end I will show you the collection. It went live today, so it is available. And I've got to watch the replay because I had some things going on this morning. I couldn't watch anybody yet, so if you have a chance, tune in live. If you can't, watch the replay. Let us know that you watched the replay, and let's get going here. Let me find us on my iPad, and then I will tell you more about this collection and all the crafty things going on. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate Essential Stencil letting me hop on. Thank you so much. And I hope that they will push me into the Essential Stencil page. All right, I'm going to turn you down a little bit. Hopefully you'll be able to see. The other day, I already done this one. This is the Welcome Highlander with sunflowers. I used transfers instead of the sunflowers that came with this stencil, but is that just not gorgeous? And this is a Shiplap board from Dealz, and I've put all the information in the header. And today we are going to use Howdy, and I went and prepped since we only have 30 minutes. In order to find where I needed my middle part to be, I just measured and found my midsection. When I found my middle, I just made a little pencil mark for the middle. Hey Tracy, hey Marilyn. Then I used the stencil itself, laid it on here. Now I got this little X, and it came to about right here. So I kind of eyeballed it where the middle was, marked it with a pencil, taped it off. The bottom and top are stained with Minwax water-based stain in weathered oak, semi-transparent. The middle is Minwax water-based stain in dark walnut. And now we can just start. We can just get to it. Let's hop to it. There are 9 stencil sets in this collection. And this fits perfectly on here because it's a 16-inch stencil, so you know exactly where to place it. I'm going to tape this down. For the Howdy, I am going to use burlap from Decor. And for the other stencil that is in this set, that is the pattern stencil, which will make a good pattern for a tray. This will go on the top, and then we're going to add transfers to the bottom. But let's get going. I am going to use one of the stencil brushes. These come in a 4-pack from Essential Stencil. So if you need some brushes when you get your collection, or when you get certain stencils out of the collection, check out the brushes. And if you spend $75 or over $100, there are free gifts available. And I want to say you get, it's sets of brushes. I know one of them is the dome brushes, and the other one is the, what is my set? I want to say one of them is the detail brushes, and the other one is the dome brushes. But I cannot remember top of my head which one is which. As you just seen me, I offloaded that a little bit. I'm going to hold it down, and I'll just dance in my brush over. I still hold my stencil. Very little pressure. And I don't know why I can't remember which brush set will go with which. I'm holding the O down because it's got only 2 small bridges. So I'm just being very careful. I will go back over this and give it a second coat. Right here you have very small bridges, so just dance over it lightly. If you need to reload your brush, reload your brush. I just reloaded, offloading, and I'm just going very lightly over those areas where the bridges are. And I don't know why my stencil is bowing up. They normally lay flat. Maybe it's the wind from the air conditioner, I'm not sure. But we're just going to hold this down. Offload a little bit more. I just went to my offload pile. And there's still so much in the offload pile. Hey Miss Maggie, hey Cheryl. Oh my goodness, have the other ones used the same stencil? Oh my gosh, I didn't even know. I had picked this out actually 2 days ago. I'd already picked this out. I know Melissa last night used this stencil in 2 different ways. And I just love showing you how you can use the same stencil in so many different ways. I will lift this back up and show you, I think we're going to call her Miss Daisy, our little Highlander that we added. This is already dry, so I can just go back over it. And I'll show you the other one that I've done already with the Pray Until the Cows Come Home. I've done that one in a sepia look. So I will show those to you here in just a moment. And you can find them on my YouTube channel. So if you have not seen how those were created, I invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Or you can also check on Facebook. They are still on there for a few more days. Very light motion right here where the W, where all those little bridges are. Not much pressure at all. The same with the D as with the O. I am holding this middle part because those bridges are very thin. And we don't want to move this middle part and distort our D. And I swirl right and left. If you're a big swirler, you might want to take this. I think I swirled over it up there a little bit. But that's easily fixable as well. Right here I am pressing a little bit harder to get the rest of that paint out. And then I'll just reload again. I hope you've enjoyed the other presenters already. There is many more to come after my life. So I hope that you are taking advantage and getting all the inspiration. Put your brush in the wet wipe so that you can use it again. Oh, that looks good. I chose that color because it blends with the weathered oak. I think of that color was called. Thank you. It says God bless America. I just got it. It's from Love and Faith. I've been wanting to order from them and I haven't, and I finally said I'm going to go do it. So all of those came in. of course, I ordered a bunch. Right there where I went over the paint, over the stencil, I'm just gonna use a little bit of a wet Q-tip. Now we can lay our other part on. Let me move my paint out of the way here. And I am just eyeballing this. I think that is pretty straight on here. Looks pretty straight to me. I'm doing those in 3 different colors. I am going to use Heritage Brick, Deep Ochre, and all the colors are listed, and Almandine. They're all listed in the description. And that almandine is just a little bit lighter than the burlap. And I'm going to start with the Heritage Brick. I'm using the dome brushes. There's a little bit of a learning curve with these. You load them the same way, but just make sure that you offload the sides. And I've got a little backer board here so that I can lay this on here and not worry about the getting paint on the other parts that I don't want any paint on. And with a very light hand again, and the dome brushes are perfect for this section right here because you can get into really small spaces with the dome brushes. That you would not go into with a regular brush. Tell me, friends, which ones are your favorites? And are you looking for the collection, or are you just picking out certain ones that speak to you? The ones that I would recommend, especially if you're new to stenciling, is definitely the pattern and the alphabet. Those are so versatile. You can use them for so many different things. You can create your own porch signs. You can spell out anything. They are just very versatile. So that would be a recommendation of mine. Of course, you know, I love my faith. I love the Lord. For me, definitely the 2 scripture ones. And with that being said, the one that says, he owns the, he owns the herd of the cows on 1,000 hills. That one has a spelling error. It should be on 1,000 hills, but it says off 1,000 hills. So that one will be shipped separately when they get that error corrected, which will be as quick as possible. It's just a misprint of the word. So you will not get that one right off the bat, but that is okay. And you can always find a word from another stencil to use. So there's always ways to go around something. But pray until the cows come home. He owns the cattle or cows on 1,000 hills. I can't remember what it says. Those would be my favorites. The patterns, of course, the 6x6s are good for all kinds of things. So there is so many ways you can use these stencils. And the patterns, you don't have to do it in a Western color scheme. You can use different colors for those. And you see how I am just blocking this off? I'm just putting it right in that little corner so that I can just go over that. And this will be in muted colors. It will not be bright. I want it muted because this is going to be a fall sign. So I wanted it muted. I didn't want it bright red. And you see here in a moment the reason why when I add the autumn flowers on the bottom, the transfer set. What speaks to you exactly? I have missed some. Hey, Miss Nikki, thank you for sprinkling. And I have missed everybody this morning because I was on for my So-Filled Saturday. And of course, you know, getting my hubby off his dialysis and all the things. So I will be watching the replays on everybody. There are still many amazing ambassadors coming on, so don't miss a beat. We still got lots of good things happening. I hope you enjoy it. Yeah, I just love the ones with the faith words, and you can use them in different ways. You can just use the words, you can add florals, you can add all kinds of different things. You don't have to use it the way it is intended, and that's what I love about the stencils. These are going to be in yellow. Should we do this in red or in that yellow ochre? I think I'm going to do it in yellow ochre because we already have a lot of red. I love this color. I am all about the mustard colors here lately. I don't know what it is about the mustard colors, but I just think they are so pretty. And see how I'm using this? It came in with something that I bought, and I just saved it because I said to myself, I said, I can use this as a blocker. Just don't do like I did. I turned this over by accident and transferred paint over. So that's not a good thing. Make sure if you use it again that you use the side that has already been painted on. And again, these little brushes, these dome brushes are perfect to get all this little detail. And thanks for sprinkling. I appreciate it. If you are new, if you would follow my page. I go live Mondays and Thursdays on my page whimsically knotted, and I just made a mess right there. I went out a little bit too far. And again, I appreciate and am honored that Essential Stencil asked me to be a part of this launch party. And I was on here last week as well, and that is so exciting. And if there's anything that you are needing from Essential Stencil, just remember to always use a code. You can use mine, WK21, and I would appreciate that. If you have a gift card and you can use your gift card, you can always use the link. I've posted the link in the header to the whole collection and just this particular stencil. And I've also linked the board. This is the back side of the Shiplap board, and it is from Craft Dealz. So if you would like to get this board and recreate this with our little Daisy Highlander on the other side, we can do that. I'm just going to do this whole thing in yellow or mustard color. Nice and bright. Feels like a golden sunset. I love the fall colors. And I always offload. I always tap it off on my paper towel right here. And I will do a second coat. Got 8 minutes. Let's dry this real quick. If I have any bleed, I will fix it later. I think I'm going to make those two in red. And if this is not full coverage, I'm okay with that because I like my things a little distressed looking. Let's get that red back out and do that in red. And the last one is going to be the almondine. Sure you offload your sides. And with these brushes, I sometimes swirl and I sometimes go in the directions of like these arrows. And if you want to save on brushes, I could have used the other brush that I used for the Howdy and wiped off as much as I could and reused that brush. It's getting close. Got a few minutes left. I want to at least show you the layout. I don't get them down all the way. You guys know that my projects are always a little bit more involved. I like to show you different ways to combine stencils and transfers. I know I'm going to have to go back over these. For right now, I'm just going to leave that. And see how muted that is? It is really nice and muted. Now we're going to go use these out of the autumn flowers for the bottom. And I'm going to add a couple of extra things in here. That. I'm going to hold this down for positioning. And I love this autumn flower set. And that's why I chose the colors that I did. The gold, or the deep ochre, the heritage brick. And again, if you have missed any of the other designs that I did out of this set, please check them out on my page or on my YouTube channel. Hold on to the clear part. And I just went right over that little stem from this leaf. I like mixing and matching and adding different designs to it. So out of this set, you can use all the different elements that come with it. They have little acorns and things, and ladybugs. You can use all of those to add to your design. And now this is not just a Western style round, it is fall as well. So you can combine different stencils, different transfers, use different colors to give it a different vibe. Lots of ways to mix and match, and the possibilities are endless. I mean, you've seen Melissa last night with Junk and Craft Treasures on the Essential Stencil page. She made two completely different signs using the Howdy. And I don't know who else used the Howdy today. Oh, I'm already over time. There we go. Thank you all. Appreciate you. Refresh the page and see who's on next.